Very good afternoon, dear students. Today we will learn a last topic, and that is role of microbes in agriculture, medicines and industries. So first of all, see what is microbes. Microbes or microorganisms are minute living things that are usually unable to viewed with the naked eye, and these are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, viruses. So all these are the example of microbes or microorganisms, which are very minute living things which we cannot see with the naked eyes. Before discussing it in detail, let's see what are the consequences of using chemicals in the agriculture field. So we are talking about the role of microbes in agriculture field. So chemical in agriculture, farmer use chemical pesticides and chemical fertilizers. In the last century, chemical fertilizers were used in agriculture. Farmers were happy to getting increased yield in agriculture in the beginning, but slowly chemical fertilizers started displaying their ill effects, and such as polluting water, destroying microorganisms and friendly insects, and making the crop more able to attack of diseases. So such chemicals are very harmful to our plants, which causes ill effects, and also it polluted the water and it destroy the microorganisms which are friendly insects. So there is a need of biological agents. Biological agents are microbes, means it may be bacteria, fungi, etc. So let's talk about the biological agents. So biological control agents, and it was first coined by Harry Smith in relation to the biological control of insects. And biological control agents are, these are pollution free, these are host specific, and these are also expensive. Host specific means it will survive in a specific and in a particular host, and then it will show its effects on that particular agent. Now let's talk about these microbes or these biological agents, and these are Pseudomonas, Xanthomonas. These are used as a herbicides. Suspension of such bacterial spores on the plant, and these are not harmful for major crops, and weeds can be controlled by using these microorganisms, that is Pseudomonas and Xanthomonas, and its example is P. protegens, means Pseudomonas protegens. Here in the picture you can see the weed killed with herbicides. These are the bacteria, Pseudomonas and Xanthomonas. So suspension of such bacterial spores are sprayed on the plant, and these are not harmful for a major crop. So therefore weed can be controlled. Other biological control agents are, these are the bacteria, Pseudomonas and Xanthomonas, and fungi are Beauveria, Phytophthora and Trichoderma. So these are the bacteria and fungi which are used as a herbicides and weedicides. So let's see its role in agriculture. Microbes in agriculture. Microbes are harmful, but some microbes are useful for our day-to-day life. Microbes in agriculture used as biocontrol agents and biological fertilizers or biofertilizers. So let's see about the biofertilizer. Pest can control by biocontrol agents, but what about the fertility of soil? When plant production or crop production is not enough, chemical fertilizer can switch over biofertilizers, and it is nothing but either bacteria or blue-green algae or some fungus. So these microorganisms should be N2 fixers, means it nitrogen fixation वो करेंगे. So it should be N2 fixers, and they must be phosphate solubilizers. So these biofertilizers should be N2 fixers, means what? they should does the nitrogen fixation, because nitrogen directly cannot absorb by the plant. It should be converted into nitrates and nitrates or in the ammonium form. So this biofertilizer should be nitrogen fixers. So that's why our plant can absorb nitrogen in the form of nitrites and nitrates, and it also be phosphate solubilizers. Because of this, the fertility of a soil can be maintained. So this is how biofertilizers are useful. So there are some bacteria which are nitrogen fixing bacteria. These are actinomycetes. So what this bacteria does, it does the nitrogen fixation. Now let's see the denitrification. Denitrification is the process that converts nitrate to nitrogen gas. Some denitrifying bacteria includes species in the genera Bacillus, Paracoccus and Pseudomonas. So denitrification is important in that it removes fixed nitrogen from the ecosystem. Means if there is no need of such nitrogen fixed form of a nitrogen, that is nitrate and nitrate, so there are these bacteria Bacillus, Paracoccus and Pseudomonas. These are denitrifying bacteria which converts nitrate to nitrogen gas. Means because of this there is a removal of fixed nitrogen from the ecosystem. मीन्स कुछ बैक्टीरिया ऐसे होते हैं जो नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन का काम करते हैं, और कुछ बैक्टीरिया ऐसे होते हैं कि जो नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन करने के बाद जो चीज़ें प्लांट को नहीं चाहिए या फिर वो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गई है तो उसका रिमूवल करने का काम भी कुछ बैक्टीरिया करते हैं. एंड दीज आर बैसिलस, पैराकोकस एंड सुडोमोनास. सो this was about the positive effect of this nitrifying bacteria and microbes. Now let's see the diseases caused by different kinds of bacteria which are harmful to the plants, crop plants. So the disease name is, the first one, fire blight on of apple, and the causal organism, all these are the causal organisms. And for the disease fire blight of apple, there is a causal organism because of which this disease caused, that is Erwinia amylovora. Second one is the citrus canker. So the causal organism is Xanthomonas campestris. Third one is the bacterial blight of pomegranate, and the causal organism is this bacteria Xanthomonas axonopodius. Then bacterial blight on wheat. This is because of the organism Pseudomonas. Then bacterial mosaic of wheat, means mosaic means a particular pattern formed on a wheat leaves, and the causal organism is Clavibacter mycigenis. So all are the name of the diseases which are caused to the plant, and these are the causal organisms because of which these diseases has been caused. So this was about the role of microbes in agriculture. There are beneficial role and as well as the disadvantageous role. Now let's discuss about the role of microbes in medicine. So this is a chart in which you can see the first column is having the product, second one is the microorganism from which this product has made, and the third column is made up of uses. So the first product is cobalamin, that is vitamin B12, and the microorganisms is Streptomyces olivaceus and Pseudomonas dendrificans. These two microorganisms are responsible for this product, and its use is it treat pernicious anemia and food supplement. Second product is streptokinase or streptodomase, and the microorganism is Streptococcus equisimilis, and the use is it dissolve the blood clots. Next is the insulin and interferon. This is made up from microorganism, means from the recombinant DNA varieties of E. coli. E. coli is the bacteria. So its recombinant DNA, varieties of E. coli's recombinant DNA produces this insulin and interferon, and it used in human therapy. Then probiotics, and the microorganism is LAB, that is lactic acid bacillus or bacteria, lactic acid bacteria, and the use is it restore stomach microflora. And the last one is vaccines against tetanus and diphtheria. These vaccines are made up from the microorganism, means the toxoids of Clostridium tetani and Pneumococcus diphtheria, and the use is of course vaccination. So this is the role of medicine, this is the role of microbes in the medicine. Now let's see the role of microbes in industries. All are the products of the microorganisms, and these are the uses. So the first one is acetone butanol. This is the chemical which is made up from a microorganism Clostridium acetobutyricum, and these are the solvents. Then 2,3-butanediol, these are the solvent and also a chemical intermediate which is made up from microorganism Bacillus polymixa and Enterobacter arrogans. So here are all the products, and these are the microorganisms, and these are the uses which are beneficial in industries. So this was about the role of microbes in the industry. Now let's see the industrial importance. In dairy industry, LAB, that is lactic acid bacteria, used in fermented milk products like sour cream, and the bacteria is Streptococcus lactis. For yogurt it is Lactobacillus bulgaricus, and for the middle of for making cheese the bacteria is used Lactobacillus streptococcus. Then for the preparation of vinegar, transformation of alcohol produced by yeast, means carbohydrate, there is a conversion of carbohydrate to alcohol into acetic acid, and it is by Acetobacter and Glucobacter. Then there is a fermented vegetables, means pickles with a high NaCl concentration, and it is because of the microorganism Pseudomonas, Bacillus, Streptococcus faecalis, then Lactobacillus plantarum. So this is how this bacteria can be used in industry, in medicine, and in agriculture also. So this was about the last point, that is role of microbes in agriculture, industry, and medicines. Today we are learning about the microbes, but who found these microbes or microorganism? So there is a scientist whose name is Antony van Leeuwenhoek in 1632 to 1723. He was the father of microbiology and a hobbyist microscopist Dutchman, and he was first to observe and describe the microorganisms accurately. So he is the father of microbiology, Antony van Leeuwenhoek. So here our topic is over. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.